Once again, it's the start of a brand new month, so you know what that means. We gotta recap last month, and I'm gonna give you my top 10 favorite first-time watches from the month of June. Here we go! At number 10, we have Mouse Hunt, one of the most fun Looney Tunes shenanigans-filled movies I've ever watched. Thank you, Gore Verbinski, for giving us the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and this. Nathan Lane is probably best known as Timon from The Lion King, but I really love his character Pepper on Modern Family. Of course, he was wonderful in this, as well as Lee Evans, which this was my introduction to him. Also, Christopher Walken as Pest Control, amazing. He freaking eats mouse poop. The mouse in this movie, let me tell ya, that little guy was killing the Smuntz brothers. I absolutely loved every second of it. It's pretty much Tom and Jerry, but Tom is 2 brothers who own a string factory. I just really love me a movie filled with tomfoolery all around, and this was that. Number 9, Oldboy. I really enjoyed Oldboy. I've heard so many people talk about it, and it was even on that New York Times 100 Best Movies of the 21st Century list. I loved Oh Dae-soo's hunt for Lee Woon-jin. The premise was really cool, and the reveal of why Dae-soo was locked up for 15 years was wild, and then right after that we get a twist and I was absolutely shocked. Never in a million years would I have guessed that was coming. My only complaint is that after that huge moment, the movie slows down a bit and then it ends. I get why, because how the hell do you even respond to a reveal like that? But for me, it just sort of lost its momentum right at the finish line. Still, I had a pretty good time watching this and all of the fight scenes are incredible. Would I put it in a top 100 of the last 25 years list? Maybe not, but I still really had a good time with it. Number 8, Sorry to Bother You. Great cast and just an overall very solid movie, but the reason it's on this list is because of that crazy turn we take towards the end of the movie. What the hell? I loved Lakeith Stanfield and Tessa Thompson in this movie so much. Also, Terry Crews pops up for a little bit, and it's always nice to see him. Danny Glover teaching Lakeith Stanfield to use his white guy voice was so funny, and the fact that he has David Cross's voice as well. There's a moment where he's invited to a big party, and with David Cross's voice, he says, "I like parties," and it was just so damn funny. The main thing that's gonna stick with me, though, is everything at the party and after. I honestly really respect it. They took a wild-ass swing, and it really worked for me. Everyone plays their part so well in this, and I don't really have anything bad to say about the movie. Number 7, The World's End. The last film in the Cornetto trilogy, and it's many people's least favorite. I actually think I prefer it ever so slightly over Hot Fuzz. The shift from sad guy getting his old friends back together to holy crap, robot aliens have taken over is really fun. Simon Pegg is always funny, and he killed it as Gary King. He has that ridiculous trench coat that he wears. We get to see him slightly grow as a character, but then sort of slip back a little. Also, everyone in the friend group was really great as well. This movie also has some great action in it. The blue goop that the aliens spurt out every time they get their heads ripped off looks so damn cool. Both halves of this movie are just so great. The boys hanging out, alien invasion, they mesh together so well. The ending wasn't my favorite, but I wasn't disappointed in the slightest, so I still really enjoyed The World's End. Number 6, Nosferatu. I finally got around to watching Nosferatu. I thought I wasn't going to be as high on it as everyone else was, but I am so glad that I was wrong. I really loved this movie. The way it looks and just the setting, the characters, I pretty much love them all. Bill Skarsgård, he got a lot of love for his performance as Count Orlok, but he should have gotten way more. He is completely transformed. The voice is so cool. Over the past few weeks, I just can't help myself but say something in that silly deep voice of his. Lily Rose Depp was so damn great as well. Just the fear and madness that spread across her face throughout the movie. The first half of the movie was honestly my favorite. Nicholas Hoult as Thomas traveling to meet Count Orlok, and every moment with him and Orlok in the castle. I ate all of it up. I wasn't expecting it, but this might end up being a chill comfort movie for me, based on just the vibes alone. But also it's a pretty freaky movie, like Count Orlok, he needs to keep that thing in his pants. Number 5, Saltburn. This movie was absolutely insane. I went into the movie knowing nothing. It was on my radar about a year ago, but I sort of just forgot about it over time. My friend wanted to watch it, so I finally got the chance to check it out, and oh my god. It's an alright movie for about 20 minutes. You got some school troubles and Barry Keoghan being an awkward little guy, but then we are hit by the first insane thing that Oliver does. The movie just changes. I'm locked in, waiting to see what this little freak is all about. And Oliver just lies and manipulates, and you have no idea exactly why he's doing the things he does. The closing stretch was just attack after attack, Oliver taking over. Then when you think he's been caught or figured out, he just keeps going. I'm obviously being very vague, but I don't want to spoil a single thing about Saltburn. I was on the edge of my seat almost the entire time. Number 4, I love you, man. Paul Rudd is the GOAT. Jason Segel never disappoints, and Rashida Jones should be in way more movies. The cast for this movie is phenomenal. All of my favorites pop up. Andy Samberg and Joe Lo Truglio being in the same movie made me very happy. Jamie Presley, Jon Favreau, J.K. Simmons, and freaking Lou Ferrigno are all here. Paul Rudd is super funny in this and also a little awkward, which just, gives his character a bit more charm. Him and Jason Segel have such great chemistry, just bouncing off one another. There isn't really a whole lot of conflict in this, just a guy trying to find a best friend in order to have a best man at his wedding. Whatever issues do come up, they're solved sort of quickly. Just a chill comedy movie with dudes being dudes, and one of the dudes' fiancé, just wanting him to be happy. I love every Paul Rudd movie, but this might have cracked the top 5. Number 3, Stranger Than Fiction. A beautiful and somewhat sad movie. One of Will Ferrell's best roles in my opinion. The premise is so silly, someone narrating almost everything a guy does, but then it's revealed that all of it is real. There's an actual author writing about the life of who she thinks is just another character. It's a somewhat lighthearted and fun movie, but there are also really solid emotional beats to it. I loved Maggie Gyllenhaal and Will Ferrell's relationship. Her making him try her cookies is just a scene that has stuck with me for some reason. Also, his relationship with Dustin Hoffman, Professor Hilbert, just trying to help Harold figure out what kind of book he's in was really fun. After watching this movie, I would love to see Will Ferrell take on more dramatic roles. He was so good in this. Just like Paul Rudd, I love most Will Ferrell movies, but this is definitely now one of my favorites. Number 2, Nightcrawler. Jake Gyllenhaal always puts in 100%, and he was phenomenal in Nightcrawler. Such a weirdo with this career that he will stop at nothing to pursue. His character just takes it to the extreme and puts people's lives at risk. Nightcrawler just gets more and more intense as it goes on, and Lewis is so strict about the way he goes about things, and he's just a very dangerous guy, but in a behind-the-scenes sort of way. When he forces Nina to be with him, that whole conversation at the restaurant is so wild. That's when he goes from a little creepy to borderline psycho. Just a very suspenseful movie, and I'm not sure how much of it is accurate, but it was kind of fun getting a taste of the crime journalist life, all of the footage and news stations to bring it to. This might be Gyllenhaal's best work, but I could say that about half of the movies I've seen him in. And number 1, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. The Perks of Being a Wallflower hit me so hard. I felt so attached to all of the characters, it felt like I was in the room with Charlie and his friends and seeing all of his growth. Logan Lerman, Emma Watson, and Ezra Miller were such a fun trio, and seeing Sam and Patrick look after Charlie was so nice to see. Then about halfway or so, things get a bit more intense and a little dicey. I'm just watching the movie praying that Charlie doesn't get too excited and ruin this awesome friend group that he has. Also, all of them, except for Charlie, are seniors in high school, and the thought of them going off to college and leaving Charlie alone just crushed me. Towards the end, the movie hits you with an almost out-of-nowhere reveal. I started putting the pieces together about Aunt Helen, but I thought, no way, they wouldn't do that to me. But then Charlie spills the beans, and I was floored. The last 15 minutes of this movie nearly had me in tears. The feeling that I got from Perks of Being a Wallflower, I've just never felt them before while watching a movie. I don't even really know how to put them into words. I loved it though, and now it's one of my favorite dramas I've ever watched. Also, yay, Paul Rudd! And there you go, that's my top 10 from last month. June, you know what? It was filled with a lot of good movies, and I'm hoping to fill July up with some more bangers like Jurassic World, Superman, and Fantastic Four. I'm so excited for this month, and I'll hit you with another top 10 list at the very start of August. Thank you for watching. Let me know some of your favorite movies that you watched last month, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.